Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jessie.
And welcome to our show,
Nameless.
And today, our topic is about heroes.
Jake Bushnell from Feeling Good with Eddie and The Morning Ride Show. He super duper loves talking about heroes.
Loves it.
It's his favorite thing when people are called heroes. And it just makes him full of all kinds of joy. So you guys definitely, if you listen to our show or watch our show, you should go listen to The Morning Ride Show with Jake Bushnell.
Most definitely. And that's on Facebook.
You'll learn about heroes. But we're going to teach you today, and speaking of listening, you can find us on Podbean now and listen if you don't want to watch.
Right. And so if you are listening right now and you're not watching, we are dressed like superheroes today. Yes. I'm dressed like Wonder Woman.
And I'm Jean Grey. And we'll explain why later.
Yes.
Just stick around.
Right.
We're not starting with superheroes. We're starting with regular heroes, which include all kinds of people.
Right. Such as first responders, police officers,
teachers, and
doctors, firemen,
medical people, all of the usual hero people are heroes.
Right.
Okay. According to the dictionary, a hero is a person who's admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. So you have to maintain these qualities and maintain these outstanding achievements to remain a hero. Because
right.
if you're just a hero one time, I think it wears off. According to the definition.
According to the definition.
That's just it. I was just assuming. Do you agree?
Hold on. I'm so stoned right now. I swear to God, like, I haven't been so fucking stoned. Do not put this in the video. I haven't gotten this stoned in so long. And I'm just like fucking high. I'm like, what are we fucking... I'm trying to see shit and our light is so bright. And...
Jake Bushnell. If he did listen to this show, which he swears he doesn't.
Yeah, this is his favorite episode. We should probably tag him in it. On all platforms. And speaking of platforms.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Dude, speaking of platforms, we have a new one.
Yes,
we are on Podbean.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and look us up on Podbean, and if you don't have the time to sit down and watch us and you just want to listen, that will be where you can go.
A Nameless production.
A Nameless production. All 7 episodes, and now all 8 episodes. I can't believe this is 8.
What up?
Yes. We are also in the process of setting up our Facebook group page. That way we can hear your guys' comments and maybe your videos if you want to post them, or let us know your stories or how you can relate to some of the things that we talk about.
Because remember a few episodes ago, I asked people to go get samurai swords tattoos.
Right, and we didn't even know where you guys could send the pictures.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and give you guys the place
because
on
obviously
Facebook.
People went and got those.
I mean, they're like,
so they need
they're
somewhere.
Like, where do we show her that we did this? Yeah.
That's fabulous.
We also have an Instagram too. What is that one? Because you pretty much handle that.
A Nameless production.
Oh, yeah.
On Instagram. We just take a bunch of weird ass pictures with all of our stuff every time.
It's where our modeling career is starting.
Yeah. But a fake one. Because
our modeling career.
Because I just take pictures and then I use them as references for when I paint, and so I'm like, I like to take weird ass pictures to make them cool, and this makes it extra cool when we have all this shit set up. So we always take the opportunity to take cool ass pictures.
Yes.
And
why not? You might as well.
Right? I mean,
and it's really nice to dress up and just have a great time, hang out with all of you guys, hang out with Jessie. Super fun.
So when we have our Facebook, you can be like, oh shit, I have a really cool ass superhero costume, and I want to post pictures.
And yes, we want to see pictures of your superhero costumes. These are ours.
We are superheroes. And we'll explain why later. Because right now, we've already told you about Feeling Good with Eddie and The Morning Ride Show, and we're going to have Facebook, and we have a Podbean, which I keep saying wrong.
Yes.
I called it a Podbean a lot of times. More
so
times.
please do not look up Podbean Peen.
I didn't Google it.
And I don't think you should. Podbean, like a bean, bee.
It's an app.
It's an app on your phone. You can also listen to other podcasts on there too. Feeling Good with Duddy is on there. And
This is important. It's a funny one. That's a funny one.
Yeah, that.
I was making fun of Jake Bushnell because he always talks about heroes and what's not a hero. A hero, I don't know if I already read this.
No.
A hero is a person who's admired or idealized for noble qualities. And so earlier I had asked Melissa, do you think to remain a hero you have to continuously do courageous and noble things? Like, can you just do one deed and be a hero one time and then you get to keep the title forever? Or do you have to keep continuously being a hero, or it was, I used to be a hero? Or one time I was a hero?
I think that it was like, yeah, I was a hero once.
Yeah, right?
Right.
You gotta keep
yeah,
going.
I was a hero once.
I was a hero one time.
Yeah, one time I did this. I was a hero.
Can you call yourself a hero?
I feel like you can, and I feel like you can also be your own hero.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah. You have to be your own hero. Sometimes nobody's going to rescue you from whatever it is. And it's up to you to be your own hero, you know?
Well, even if
I've had to be my own hero a few times.
Even if people do help you, you still have to do it yourself. Because
right.
Even when people are helping you, you still have to, like, book up and get your shit together and do it.
True.
But so, to be your own hero means you have to admire yourself, right? By the definition, a person who is admired or idealized.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. So, I'm Jessie Rules, so fuck yeah.
I mean, I admire you.
She's Melissa Perfect.
I am Melissa Perfect.
Have you been someone's hero? Have you been a hero?
I mean, I would like to say that I have, you know? But, I mean, if, I'm not going to go out there and be like, yeah, I'm a hero. I did this, I'm a hero.
I have been a hero. I have saved many of my nieces and nephews from choking on breadsticks and shit.
Well, yes, and they love you for that.
Yes, I love you guys. I've saved my own kids from choking. I mean, yeah. So that counts, I feel like.
Right. Yeah.
That counts.
Well, right. So a parent can be a hero. You can find a quality in your parent that you admire and that you really aspire to be like. I feel like a step parent can be a hero. They come in and they take over that responsibility. A mother, the same thing. A stepmother. My dad to me is a hero when it comes to that, because he's not my biological dad, but he did come into my life at a very young age. I was a baby, and he took on the responsibility of being my father. He's a hero. Like you took on these two children and you made them your own too. Yeah. So that I believe is definitely a hero too.
Well, that's a noble quality.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. By definition, he is in fact a hero. And continues to be.
Yes.
Unless he turned into it like a jerk.
No, he.
Okay.
I mean, all parents.
I assume.
Right. Yeah.
He's still a very good guy.
Exactly.
I think my heroes growing up were teachers.
Okay.
I had a really weird home life for a long time. I just was like, oh, teachers know things and I want to know things.
Right.
And they're always proud of you and you do amazing and they're like, yes. And they get excited and
yeah.
I wanted to be a teacher and then I grew up and I didn't want to anymore. And teaching people is stressful to me.
In high school, I had a teacher who was both my literature teacher and my history teacher. And his name was Mr. Young. He made it so both classes were very interesting. He was definitely one of those hero type people, I would say. I hated school. I
loved school.
I hated it. I didn't go to school very often. I ditched school all the time. I'm telling on myself right now because I know my mom watches this. I'm sure she knows everything about me.
There's a limitation that so much time has passed, you're no longer allowed to be grounded.
Yeah.
Now you know.
She better be careful. I could ground her.
The tables have turned.
Wow. Am I a villain?
Just
kidding.
Just kidding. We're not. I can name all the teachers who had that role for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
I liked school, and like I said, my home life was weird. People probably know that.
No.
So I loved school so much. Like, I like learning things. It feels good.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I know that.
I didn't like school, but as an adult, I'm just like, feed me more information.
Right.
Like, I want to
I
know
care now.
everything. Now I'm just like learning all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to watch this, and I want to know this, and
I just watched a thing about volcano birds.
yes,
It was really
you
good.
were telling me.
Like, I know. It was cool. If you didn't know, there's volcano birds, which is, I mean, a little bit like a dragon. So.
Right. And speaking of dragons have fire. Wow. The last year we've had to really like put our heroes to the test. Thank you to all the heroes. All the heroes, thank you.
Big and small. Because those are people who they choose it and they're like, yep, I'm gonna be that.
Right.
They deserve all the praise and thanks and people to be nice. I don't know, sometimes our neighborhood makes the firemen cookies and stuff.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
To like take it to them.
Because you guys have a fire station nearby. So,
yeah, because our neighborhood catches on fire.
Catches on fire all the
time.
time. It's funny because I also live in an area where the area catches on fire, and it's just
they are heroes.
Yeah, definitely heroes.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, also what's weird too is some of the heroes have to like scrape up all the burnt shit.
Yeah.
The embers and everything.
Embers.
Yeah, and so they get the prisoners to do it.
Oh, yeah. So it's like fire camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope they wanted to do that.
Well, they do.
I don't know how that works, but I take pictures of them when they're on the mountain.
Something that they sign up for. They have to have, like, for a certain amount of time, like, in order to be able to do this, because it's like a 3-year program or something. You know, they go and they do that, and they sign up for it. And then when they get out, now they have, you know,
That's cool.
Profession or something that they can actually do. And then, you know, a lot of fire stations, I believe, hire them, you know, and give them a new opportunity, which is great because, I mean, they need heroes to give them new opportunities. It happens.
Because I've watched these fuckers help save my neighborhood from burning down, and I'm like, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. There's like airplanes dropping the red shit on our house.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like the big grand heroes that save neighborhoods and deserve cookies. We've talked about all the kinds of heroes. I think the tiny heroes, there's not like tiny heroes.
Maybe there is. There might be. These ones are breakdancing though, except for him. He's really old and he can't get up.
He's really old. He has to call Alfred. Is it Alfred?
Alfred? Or is it the button?
No, it's Batman. Who's the guy?
Oh no. Robin?
No, it's helper guy.
Robin.
No, I think it's Alfred.
Batman's helper.
He has a butler because he's rich. I forgot the word.
Oh.
It's a butler.
I don't know all that. Okay, I was just thinking Robin.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead because we're not talking about superheroes right now. We're talking about tiny heroes, which in my brain means little tiny acts of heroism.
Heroism.
I don't like that word. When you're a hero, but only for tiny moments that are kind of insignificant but needed, and they keep the world moving and going. So, like, coincidences can be those tiny moments, too. Yeah. Where you get a feeling to call someone, and then you call them, and they're like, holy shit, I needed this phone call. Mm-hmm. Those tiny moments can help so much that it's a noble quality. So that does count as a tiny little hero act or whatever.
Right. I definitely believe that. I love it when you aren't really even trying to do anything like that, but people see you as that person. Yeah. It's definitely a really good feeling. Like, sometimes I'll get like notes in the mail and stuff from some of the girls and in the Dirty Sisters and stuff. It's awesome. Like, I read these things and it's, you know, they hit me so hard. Like, I'm just so happy that I can sometimes have that kind of impact on people's lives. Yeah. You know, it's okay to feel good about that. It's okay to like be like, yeah, I do that for people because it's amazing. Like, I didn't know that I was capable of helping and making other people feel good.
It's not somebody asking you to be it. It's you recognize it before somebody has to ask. Right. So if you're doing it just in response to somebody saying, please help me, it's not really the same thing. But if you see somebody needs the help and you're like, oh, I can provide that for you and I will. Right. And I shall. Right. And then you do. That's what it is. Right. You have to be paying attention. You have to see the problem and want to fix it whatever the problem may be.
Exactly.
And then that's where it comes out. Because you can't just be like, I'm going to be a hero today.
Right.
And then go looking for shit going wrong. Because then that's just kind of fucked up. And you're just putting out bad vibes so that you may fix them.
Right.
Which is like one of those backwards parallel fucking weird things. Like,
right.
It's like how the pursuit of happiness is actually a negative thing. Like the pursuit of happiness means that you consider yourself not happy.
Right.
So the pursuit of happiness makes you sad. So it's like if you're like, so I'm going to be a hero. Yeah. And it's like, well, you have to look for the things and be willing to fix it. And then once you do that, then you are that. So you can go out with the goal to be one. But if people are asking you to do it, then it doesn't really count. Then you're just helping.
Right.
Which seems different.
Right.
I feel like that's different.
Right.
A helper is not a helper can be a hero. I don't know.
But there's also helpers, there's heroes, there's, I don't know. But we're not talking about helpers today.
Yeah.
So
fuck off.
If you're a helper, don't fuck off. Just hold on, we'll talk about you at a later episode.
Fine, I apologize. Unfuck yourself. Shit.
And since we've all been unfucked, we are ready to proceed.
So now that we already talked about everybody's a hero, if you feel like you could be a good person and not be a shitty person, you can be a hero to somebody.
Right.
Now let's talk about the most important kinds of heroes. The super kind. Superheroes.
Da, 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 da.
That's what they sing on.
I feel like I should be flying. I don't know. It just sounded good. It was the first shit that came to my head.
Robin and Men in Tights. Yeah, it's a little bugle. They do it everywhere, but they like hunt foxes or some shit. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Right, so
superheroes.
And if you're not watching this, I probably said earlier, I am dressed up as Wonder Woman, and Jessie.
I'm Jean Grey. Yeah. I like Jean Grey.
Yeah, why did you choose Jean Grey?
She's my favorite girl superhero because, well, one, her outfit's green, her hair is red, her eyes are green, and I'm like, oh,
I can be her.
Look it. Hey. And I was very happy. But also, sometimes when my kids can't sleep, I imagine, like, they'll just be restless. Yeah. And then it'll be, like, the whole house. Like, everybody's tossing and turning, and I can't figure out why. And I'm like, there's no reason for everybody to not be sleeping good. And I do believe in ghosts. People can stop by and not have ill intentions. There can be, like, happy ghosts and shit.
Right.
But a ghost is a ghost. It'll still keep you up all night.
Right. No matter what.
So it's like...
Yeah. Can you just let me go to bed? Because you're freaking me out right now.
Yeah. Like, your visit isn't...
Yeah, this is... Can you come back in the morning when I
plan
slept
it.
good?
Yeah. So sometimes I'll imagine, like, maybe there's something in the house that's just making everybody feel a little bit restless.
Right.
Maybe everybody feels watched. Or maybe there's just a vibe in the house of something passing through the air. Like, I don't fucking know. You know, I only got human senses.
You're not a superhero. You're not superpowered.
I am now. So what I do
Me
is
too.
I lay down in bed and I imagine like this giant pink force field, or I call it a bubble, but it's like a force field and it has like electricity, and it goes out from me and then up around my house, and it includes the trees in my front yard. And I don't know why I feel the need to say that.
So you picture that?
Yes.
Okay.
And I picture that, and then I hold that image in my head, and then everybody sleeps better. Except me. Because they, like, come in, and they're, like, still tossing and turning.
Or you're using your superpower.
Or I'm a super... Yeah.
Or
I'm super...
It. Do you believe that Jessie has superpower?
And I do!
Just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to steal your shit.
Fight her! She's Wonder Woman.
You want to play?
Oh my goodness. She makes business right now.
Whoa, oh, whoa. That wasn't even me. What happened?
Oh, whoa. Blacked out for a second?
It happens without alcohol, too. Oh, God.
So I'm imagining this, my kids sleep better, and then it makes me tired. So after a while, I started thinking, like, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. That's a weird thing. You never think, like, oh, I should see if other people do this.
Right.
And I said it out loud, and David, my kid's dad, he goes, that's Jean Grey. And I went, what? The fuck are you talking about? And he goes, it's Jean Grey. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm all mad. And then I went and looked it up, and I was like, holy shit, that's Jean Grey. And I have this thing about electricity, and I can't wear watches, and my phone battery dies all the time. I've had to replace my car battery.
That's so crazy.
Ridiculous.
And I believe this to be true because this shit has really happened when I've been around, and her own sister has said so too, so I believe it.
Like, electronics go wonky.
All of it.
The walls will shock me. I'll just be like walking through a hallway and the walls will shock. I won't touch them.
It'll just be like,
It'll zap me. It'll do the little electricity that reaches out.
well, don't touch me.
I hate socks because it makes more electricity.
We used to always like go around like doing your socks on the carpet and then shocking.
Balloons.
Oh, my mom hates that so much. She'd get so mad if I did it to her.
Right? My mom used to do this thing where she'd rub her hands.
Oh, yeah.
She'd rub her hands together and do this. And I would
What
just
if my
be
arm
like,
was all me?
I'll be like, see, I told you.
See?
But so he told me that, and like I looked and I was like, oh dang, yeah.
That's crazy.
And even like she can make people like change their mind. I like that one too, like because you can convince someone to change their mind, which somebody told me is manipulative and fucked up. But I don't think it is if you use it for good.
Yeah, if you can use it for good.
It still is.
Still.
This is still fucked up. But I don't care. I'll make all of you negative ass motherfuckers change your mind and kiss a rainbow. So fuck
Be
you.
nice.
So that's me. I'm being Jean Grey.
Yes.
Melissa is Wonder Woman.
I chose Wonder Woman for two different reasons. My first reason is because I too have brown hair and brown eyes, and I decided to be Wonder Woman. But also, I chose Wonder Woman because of a hero of mine at a time in my life that I needed somebody to save the situation. You know, it was a long time ago. I needed help with my custody matter, and an attorney took on my case pro bono to where I didn't have to pay her to represent me. She saved me, you know. With her doing that, I was able to get, you know, my son. And then after that, she offered me a position, and then I became a paralegal and I worked for her. That was something that was huge for me. So if she's listening, I definitely find her as one of my heroes. I did strive to be like Diana, and she is a Wonder Woman to me. And she loves Wonder Woman. I believe that Wonder Woman is strong and fearless. She's independent and, you know, compassionate. That's what it takes to be a Wonder Woman, you know? Yeah. So you can be a Wonder Woman. It doesn't mean that you have to have, you know, those godlike abilities, you know, the things that I probably don't have as a human being, but you know, I will strive to be a Wonder Woman, and that's why I chose her. I, you know, am a strong, fearless, independent, compassionate person myself, so.
It made super sense to me.
Yeah.
If you came out saying you're going to be the chick from Fantastic Four or something, I'd be like,
oh, dude, yeah. I wanted to be Invisigirl. Remember Invisigirl? Dude, I love her.
I'm like,
Melissa.
Dang, you could have been Invisigirl.
Told you I had powers.
Shit, you guys. I was worried about ghosts. This bitch.
Whew, I need something to drink after that.
Teleporting
for those of you who didn't see,
she went invisible.
I disappeared.
Woo! I didn't watch a lot of superheroes growing up.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't have comic books. I had regular books. I had Goosebumps books. I liked Goosebumps.
Okay. My oldest sister, actually, she loved comic books. She always had comic books, and she was always reading comic books. I mean, she had comic books. And she like, if you have comic books, she probably still does, you know. She always goes to like those Comic-Cons and everything like that. And so my son actually had like the cosplay, things like that. My son loves that, and also I love that. One of my best friend, Allison, her daughter loves cosplay also. So it's fun, you know. I mean, it's definitely awesome.
My dad makes wooden weapons.
I'm having fun doing this. What?
My dad makes wooden weapons for cosplay. Ooh. Like, it's like a guitar, but it's also an axe and a saw or something.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he did some really amazing ones for people who were going to Comic-Con.
Yeah, I believe I've seen a couple things that he's made.
Oh yes, there's swords all over my house, everywhere. Yeah.
Did he make shelves too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been in an episode.
Yeah. I want one too. Okay, if you're watching. Just at the doorstep.
I'm like, shit. Oh. My dad says hi.
Parents love us.
Which is weird because I am a parent.
I am a parent also, and I love us. I actually think that I'm in a good place right now. My parents are both looking at me like very proud and happy, and so
They should be.
Yeah, I'm in a very good place.
My dad's always
with
proud
my
of me.
parents, you know, and you know, my mom also, you know, my mom's my hero also, because my mom's been through a lot of stuff and she's made it all through it all. I'm very strong because of my mom, you know, so.
All I want to do is sing all the songs that pop into my head.
I have none.
You have none?
Nothing.
And then a hero comes along.
No.
Or we could be heroes.
Don't.
Something
do it.
to the morning light. That's the one in Shrek. I don't remember it.
I've got nothing.
You gotta
like
be
blank.
fresh from a fight.
Hero, hero, hero.
I need a hero.
I do that. And then a hero comes along.
That's what, yeah.
I can only get that part. With
My
the
sister
strength
used to
to
sing that.
carry on. Yeah.
Isn't there a David Bowie one?
No.
We could be heroes! Just for one day!
You're killing the people right now that are listening to this shit. They're like, bitch, that was in my ear!
How we had headphones on when we could sing that song. That's how you had to sing it. It's some rules.
With no advance notice or anything, like, okay, I'm gonna sing in your ear really loud.
I said the song. I told you it was coming. You guys had fair warning. Thank you.
I mean, you guys just already know not to have your headphones in with this show, right?
We say fuck.
A lot. Well,
She does.
I say it way too much. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for all the times I say that horrible word.
I'm just trying to blame you.
Well, if they're listening, or if they're just listening, they don't know who's who.
Oh, that's a good point.
So who says fuck?
Do you know anything about villains? I actually get compared to villains.
I know
more
about
than I
the
do
Joker.
heroes. Okay. Do you like the Joker?
I feel bad for the Joker.
Oh.
Did you see that movie?
Okay.
Oh my god.
So
I'm like, oh my god, you
Let's
poor
take a-
thing. Come here.
then that means you have to be Harley Quinn as
Oh,
a villain. Because
okay.
she loves the Joker.
Okay, I'll be Harley
She's
Quinn then.
batshit crazy.
I
She's
am.
the best.
I am.
We took my dog Kyle's to baseball.
Oh, fun.
And Kyle, he's growing a lot and he's very large.
He is.
And so he drinks a lot of water and then he barfs. And so he drank a lot of water at baseball. I see dogs all the time. I've never just seen a dog just vomit buckets in the middle.
My dog does yeah, probably like a bile.
Your dog is like...
No, my bulldog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my little Yorkie, like it's like blah, blah. No,
It shoots out.
all the way,
Far.
everywhere,
Like a bullet.
like a sprinkler.
Ew. That was funny and gross.
Ew, sorry.
I hope you enjoy it. So my dog he drank a lot of water and then he just walked where everyone could see him and then he just barfed. And I'm like, what do I do? I can't just leave it in the middle of cement. It was like a mound. It was dog food. It was,
Right.
but there was like crayons in it.
And you know what?
Barbie hands.
What
So
did you?
the lady gave me at the snack bar, she gave me a Ziploc
Oh
and
God.
2 nacho trays. Fucking scoop that shit up. Zip it in the bag and take it to the trash can. You're welcome, everybody. It's fine.
Well, and at least you cleaned it up. At least you weren't like. Oh,
I did
gosh.
clean it, yes.
And then you walk away.
I mean, there was a wet spot and a few crumbles.
Well, I've seen people. That's
have
disgusting.
Watched multiple
Clean up after
kids
your dogs.
barf on that.
Spay
same
and neuter
snack.
your pets.
Yes, do that.
Listen to Feeling Good with Teddy.
Do that too. They're on Cameo, if you know what that is.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
A lot of people don't know what Cameo is.
A lot of people don't know what Podbean is.
A lot of people don't know what a lot of things are.
That's true.
But they're gonna know. Just keep watching our show and
Yeah.
you'll know everything someday.
You know we haven't done it in a long time is smash some fruit.
We
have
do
to
need
do
it.
again.
Fruit Ninja.
Oh, we were in a Fruit Ninja.
Oh, I definitely have always wanted to fruit ninja, so that will be coming up soon.
I have always wanted to Gallagher the shit out of some watermelons. Just get a big old mallet and line a table with some melons and just yell, y'all want to see me smash some fruit?
I'll buy a mallet. All we need is mallet and plastic.
I have a rubber one.
Lots of plastic.
If we do it outside.
It's gonna look like, in here it'll look like Dexter.
Fuck that watermelon. I'm
it
Melissa.
Deserved it. It deserved it. Anyway. And I'm Jessie.
Because you said fuck off.
Fuck. So with that being said, we know Jessie says that a lot. we know.
My bad. I'm not gonna stop. Sorry. I decided to go for it. Okay, I asked you about villains. We were talking. Okay,
so you said I would be
Joker.
Harley Quinn.
You would. Do you know who that is?
I do. Yes.
Oh yeah, because you like the Joker.
Yeah, I like the Joker,
so
and I do like Harley Quinn very much. But then the whole like everybody dressing like Harley Quinn, and you know, like I was like, oh, okay.
I've been called Maleficent.
Ooh, I like her.
Me too. She's a dragon.
Is it Maleficent or Maleficent? Maleficent?
I don't know.
Right. I think it's Maleficent. I love her. So that's probably why I love you.
I would be her. I mean, dragon. Come on.
Yeah, definitely
she gets
dragon.
to live in the the moor.
The moor.
I don't remember what it's called where she lives,
Moor.
but there's like fucking fairies and.
That's like all up your alley.
Oh, it's magic. I want that. I want magic. So we went through superheroes and we went through supervillains, but I still like to talk about the tiny heroes because the little things are always the big things. And so of course we acknowledge like the heroes, the known heroes, the people who choose to risk their lives and like keep the world safe and better and clean.
Right.
And healthy and all the things. The tiny heroes are the little acts of kindness that people need when they're feeling their lowest or when they feel like they can't go on and can't continue and they just need a hand and they can't ask for a hand.
Right.
And there are moments where you don't know how to ask or you don't know who to ask.
You don't know who to ask.
I've seen Melissa do this for people, reach out and just like sharing your own personal experiences with someone so that they don't feel so awkward or uncomfortable with what they're going through. Like, well, you can go through something and come out okay. To have like this group of women where you can get to know each other enough on this level where you can see when people are reaching out without reaching out.
Right.
And then you can say, hey, internet friend, what's up, girl? Are you all right?
Right.
And it's a whole group of that. It's a whole group of women who are like watching each other's backs.
There's not ever a safe place. And now there is, and for several other women, there's a safe place, and it's a place where we go. You know, it's always uplifting and inspiring, and
it's not so much advice, but it's offering like that kind or that helpful word if you can, like
or experience maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of it's lot of it's experience. So a lot of the sisters in the group, we all kind of have these same experiences, and so that also gives us all that ability to help one another. And it's really weird. The more I get to meet the sisters in the group, and the more I get to talk to them, I now am finding that there's something that connects me with each and every person that I'm talking to. Like we either have like a similar story or the same story, or
which is weird, right?
So weird. I put my heart on my sleeve to the group. I want to make sure that they know me, and I want them to know that I'm 100% honest, and the things, the good, the bad, the things that I'm going through, it helps me tremendously because not only do I have like all these beautiful human beings like rooting for me, I'm gaining so many friendships, and everybody else is gaining friendships, and we're all becoming like this huge family, and it's huge. Like it's bigger than I ever thought possible.
It's a huge family of people lifting each other up, which
Yeah.
is like very special because we're all rooted in love for the Dirty Heads, and their
Right.
music is very uplifting
Very.
and happy. And And you get high.
Well, and with the Dirty Heads, there's also a song for every mood. None of the songs are the same. Like it's
pick a vibe. They have it.
you feel this way. They have a song. You know,
Yes.
you feel sad. They have a song. You're happy. They have a song. You want to party. They have a song. You just want to be alone. They have a song. If you don't know who the Dirty Heads are, you need to
listen to
know
them
who they are, and you need to listen to them because they're awesome. Once you start listening to them, you're also going to understand the vibe.
We don't talk about Dirty Heads enough.
I know.
Because the Dirty Heads are the...
Right.
I mean, Daddy B from Feeling Good with Daddy is Daddy B from the Dirty Heads.
Right. And I don't know
we
why,
talk
but
about
we
Dirty
do,
Sisters, and we talk about all the things surrounding it.
Yeah.
But it's all for the love of Dirty Heads because they give love and good vibes and...
Definitely.
What heroes!
I mean, they are heroes. They saved me. I mean, the music is definitely somewhere I go when I'm going through different experiences.
Me too.
You know, Dirty Heads has been with me through a lot of them. I've been to at least 15 concerts, and I love them. I don't even want to miss one. Like when they come back, I just want to go to every single one of them.
If they're nearby.
Yeah. No, I want to go to all of them. I don't even care if I have to fly somewhere. I'll get Jessie out of California again someday. But I don't know.
It didn't work for me.
Right. The one thing about Texas is that it gave us this connection that we'll never lose. It's something in that trip I think really
we shared a bed.
We did share a bed. We did.
And the house was crooked.
We do have video of
it was a battery.
It was a battery, and we set it on the floor, and the whole thing just went
from wall to wall. Kept going.
We're like, what?
I kept falling over and bumping into everyone. I'm like, I'm sorry, the airplane must have fucked with my
All
head.
of us, it was like you're walking and you couldn't.
You just go stuck.
Yes.
It took a full day to figure out.
The
house is
off
crooked.
balance. But it's okay. I'll get her to another state sometime. Go to stuff here in California, right?
Yes.
And speaking of events.
Yes, speaking of events.
Yeah.
Melissa.
I was going to say, Jessie and I are throwing a Feeling Good with Daddy 2-year anniversary event at Huntington Beach Pier here in California on April 30th at 12 o'clock. We'll probably be there well through the day and up until the night. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some fire pits. Like we said last episode, you guys won't be able to miss us. I have some fun things planned. Gotten a waffle basket together. So if you are watching this and you want a part of that waffle basket, hit me up. Message me on Facebook. I can go ahead and let you know the details on that. Because I'm going to have another one for the Dirty Sisters too. So the Dirty Sisters will also kind of be there. I've invited some of them, and so I'm just hoping it's going to be a great day. I think getting the Feeling Good with Daddies together with the Dirty Sisters, it's going to be awesome, and I'm excited.
Too.
I'm excited to celebrate them because they are pretty much who I thank a lot, for bringing us together. So
I do too.
I know they're not probably going to be there. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's even silly to think that they would consider it. It's
it's for the fans
of it,
yeah.
And we want to get together. It's the same as going to a concert. There are Wiley meetups.
Right.
And now we want to do bunker meetups.
Yes, and I want to get to know the people that I'm talking to because you guys are fun people. If you're in the bunker, it's so much fun.
And bunkers
I love it. Yeah.
The bunk mates.
Yeah, bunk
are
mates.
Wiley.
The bunker bitches.
Yeah,
the bunker bitches haven't been around for a while.
It is gender neutral.
Yes.
You're a bitch too.
Yeah. If you're a guy, you could be a bunker bitch. It's all right. If you're not a guy, if you're not a girl, whatever, you could be a bunker bitch. If you're a salamander.
Oh yes.
I mean, you can be a bunker bitch.
Even salamanders.
Even salamanders.
Even adopted salamanders. So
even adopted
everybody's a bunker bitch.
Perverted salamanders.
He's not perverted. He's a Christian.
Oh yeah, he's a Christian.
An elephant or a water buffalo. It changed. That's Mute. You should get to know him.
If you don't know who Mute is, you should.
Also, we owe a lot to Jake and Duddy. They named our show.
Well, they unnamed me.
Yes, and then we borrowed her lack of name.
Yeah, my lack of name to name our show. So if you don't understand why our show is called Nameless, or why some of our videos are up where we're singing or where I'm singing, that I'm nameless to mute, go on the Patreon on Feeling Good with Duddy, and you listen to the Patreon episodes, then you'll definitely know who the mutilator is, and that is like $5 a month, but it's definitely worth it. It's the best $5 a month I spend.
You could get multiple episodes of Feeling Good with Duddy's Monday Morning Hangover, plus Duddy B from Dirty Heads does guitar tutorials.
Oh yeah.
Or you could buy one coffee and get diarrhea.
Exactly.
In the month.
Yeah, exactly.
One time.
And there's like all kinds of bonus episodes. I think there's like 49 of them, right? Or something?
50. There's 50.
Oh, there's
they
50
did
of them.
They made it to 50, and they are...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And the next episode is 100 on Feeling Good with Duddy.
Well,
please come to the beach. It will be amazing and fun, and we'll have, like, there'll be a pineapple or something. You can have some cake and eat it, too, if you want. At the beach. And you can't kick sand if there ain't no beach.
Right, exactly. Ice cream, cake, and candy. No.
My favorite kind of ice cream is mint.
I do like mint.
That is my favorite.
Mint and chip.
Or mint with the cookies in it.
Mm.
The chocolate cookies. And I like it especially because nobody else likes
that's really
it.
good.
And then
I do.
Have to share.
Now you're going to have to
well,
share.
I'll share with you. Because I never buy it because I'm like, I'm not going to buy ice cream just for my own self. Which is stupid. I should.
Yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't I?
I don't know.
Flowers too. You should buy yourself flowers.
I do buy flowers.
Do you? I feel like...
Well, my husband buys me flowers too, but I sometimes buy flowers too just
Yeah.
because I love flowers
To
in
have
the
flowers.
house. Flowers always like bring joy to
Yes.
me. Anyways, yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
This is something my sister gets mad too. She's like, buy yourself flowers. And flowers should never be an apology thing because then you'll hate flowers.
Right, exactly.
I always thought of myself as very small and insignificant.
Okay.
Even though I'm very loud and people shush me a lot. Which you can't be small and insignificant if people are trying to make you smaller.
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm loud. But I did sing earlier, so. What do you guys think?
I mean,
It's not like I'm denying it, really. I fucking know. I'm loud as shit. My mouth's huge. Who cares?
Yeah, Melissa. Wow, all those F-bombs you're dropping over there.
That was a good one. So there's this meme on the internet, and I love bees.
Yes.
Which I don't know if I've said that before. I really love bees.
Yeah, she does.
And the world needs bees. You have to have bees.
Yes.
But there's this metaphor about being a worker bee that I hate. I am not a worker bee. I hate it. I can't do it. Like, I don't want to be a queen bee either.
Right.
I don't want to be in charge of them. I want to be one of those bees over there, maybe, that lives by its own self.
I'm probably over there.
I mean, yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to be a bee. There was this meme on the internet. It said something like, have a crush on you, but I am only a little bee and you are an entire garden. And like the quote, that part doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it was like the image of a garden and being the bee.
Yeah.
And that stuck in my head because I was like, fuck, I don't want to be the bee.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about the bee because the garden would die without the bee.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I'm the fucking garden.
Yeah.
I'm the garden. I'm not the bees.
Right. And if more people saw themselves as the garden instead of just the bee, then I think the world would also be a better place.
But
like,
we
would
also
all
need
be able to
the bee.
Right.
We need the bees. It was this moment where I was like, I don't want to be small.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a fucking worker bee. I'm the garden.
Yeah.
I'm the garden. And then I was like, and anybody who makes me feel like I am not the garden gets to fuck off.
Yeah. And yeah.
That was powerful. I felt powerful once that clicked in my head where I was like, oh, that was wrong and backwards. And now I'm like, look at what the fuck we're doing.
Right. And
we
it's such
are the garden.
It is right now. I'm getting through like different obstacles in my life that are coming up now. Mm-hmm. It's nothing bad for me on my part. I'm now finally able to just be like, no, I'm the garden anymore. Like, I've already been the worker bee. Like,
where
now
somebody
I just,
made you feel like you were maintaining a different garden.
Right.
And then you're exhausted
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck? And knowing like that you get to be that, you get to take the power back and say, no, I am not small. I am big and I am beautiful. And
you're gonna hear me.
Yeah.
Stop and smell the roses.
Gross. It's not saying that you're better than being a small bee, but it's like you have to be the garden, you have to have enough to offer to all of the bees.
Right.
Because all of the bees,
they're depending on you.
Yes. And
to
so
keep them alive.
Yes. Yes.
The garden has a really big job.
It does. In my head, it makes sense.
So I get it now. So now that you talked me through that, not everybody can be the garden.
Some people know that they're a worker bee and they like it and they're happy with it and they're like, I just want to go do my job and then I'll come home.
Yeah.
And that's what I want and I will enjoy my home time.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I want all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to set aside hours to be mad.
Yeah.
No. Work. Like, I like working hard. I like it.
Right.
The tiny things that you can do. And I think that's what made me realize it was I had enough people come to me and say, thank you for doing this. Kelly, I'm going to say her last name, Gualdoni. Kelly. She wrote me a message and she gave me credit for like sending out bunker mail or Dirty Sisters mail. And she sent out mail like presents and surprises to people.
Yeah, that's the other good thing. It's like, it's so awesome to get a little present or like even stickers or a little note or something. It's that, and
nice.
And we do that, and it's so nice to just get home and you're having a bad day. Most of the time, it's like you really needed it that day. Like,
so she wrote me a message one day and she was just like, I just think it's awesome that you did this. And I was like, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Like, that wasn't even from me. I was doing it for somebody else and chose you and included you. And she was like, but you chose.
Yeah.
And you did it. And so you started the ripple.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no, it was a very small, insignificant part that I had. And she's like, that's all it takes.
Right. And
that's all it takes. That tiny little insignificant act that you don't think matters. And she said, and it started all the ripples where now I'm doing this not only for the bunker, but for the Dirty Sisters and for Good Vibes Nation. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. I think it's Good Vibes Nation. We talk about it on every episode, this growing community of people who want to make more and more people happy. And that is a tiny, heroic act. To see that somebody could use a happy thing and to offer it to them without making them ask for it, without expecting anything in return.
Exactly.
And so it goes back to, like, anybody can be a tiny hero. Anybody can be a hero.
Right.
But, like, we are all capable of tiny heroic acts all day long, throughout the day, every day. You just have to pay attention.
Right.
That's all it takes, is that insignificant little thing. Because I felt small and insignificant.
Right.
And she was telling me it was much bigger, and I was like, I didn't want to argue because she was saying such wonderfully nice things, and I was like, oh my god, thank you, fuck, this is overwhelmingly kind, and it's like making my heart get all big like the Grinch even. Like, but I didn't think I could do that. I felt small. Like, I felt small so that all I could do was those tiny things.
Right.
But those tiny things turn big. And so with those tiny little acts where I thought I was just being this little bee and everybody else got to be this huge garden, and I wasn't worthy of it, and I'm all pissed about it. I'm all fucking steal all of you bitches with my butt.
Fine, but you'll die after the first one, right?
I'll go with the vengeance.
I'll just come back because that's my superpower. I come back to life.
Yeah. Fuck yes. Thank you.
Exactly.
Because Jean Grey is the Phoenix,
rising
from the ashes.
She does rise from the ashes.
So it helped me realize that I get to be big, and I am bigger than that. And if anybody makes me feel like I'm small, I will just leave them behind because I'm bigger than that.
And it is okay to leave people behind. It's okay not to know somebody forever. And sometimes you have to cut ties with people, or you just kind of fade away. Everything is a season, you know. Some people come into your life for forever. Some people come into your life for the moment. Some people come in just to teach you a lesson. And I really strongly believe in that, because it is definitely, you know, not everybody is meant to be in your life, and sometimes you have to let them go. And I've done that a lot this year. The worst one is you get a text or something out of nowhere, and it's like, I miss you. And I'm like, I mean, I'm alive. I'm here. You miss me. Like, let's hang out, you know, hit me up. Be like,
Girl,
let's
hey.
talk. Let's go somewhere. I've learned that, like, you can't save every friendship and you cannot stay in the past. So, you know, you just keep pushing forward and you keep moving.
Yes, you keep moving. Something else that you said, too, was sometimes you have to let it fade away. Not everything needs a
Closure.
verbal ending.
Yeah.
The closure can be
It just
silence.
faded away. Yeah.
The silence gets to be closure. And, I mean, yeah, it's uncomfortable or whatever. But
You don't have to be like, okay, so I don't ever want to talk to you again. You don't do anything for my life. You could just be like...
And if you have a moment where you do that, fucking
yeah,
cares,
I mean,
whatever.
if you do it, then you do it. They deserved it, or they needed it, or you needed it.
Or you needed it, yeah. And so it's fine. But it is okay to just let situations or people or chapters or phases go.
Right.
And they can go, and then you can start a new one, and you don't have to be the same person you were 10 years ago. And
not everything has to fade. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, some...
Like our beauty.
Like... I wanted to see a mirror.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but damn, we're hot.
Oh, we are. Well, I think with that being said, we are going to let you guys go, and we hope you guys have a great week. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye, bitches.